You're very welcome on. Decided to jump on here to discuss Ireland's launch of the new jersey and the controversy surrounding it. Yes, Ireland launched their 2026 football jersey, potentially could be used in the World Cup, both the home and away jersey from Castore. But there has been a lot of frustration given the pricing of it and a few other factors as well. So I'm just going to explore some of those factors. Firstly, the prices. So if you haven't seen it yet, Ireland's jersey start €85 for a kid's jersey seems quite steep, but we'll analyze that in just a second. €105 for the replica jersey, and the €145 if you want the jersey Ireland are going to actually wear, the pro jersey effectively. So reasons for frustration at this, firstly, is the price I've touched on there. Now that 145 for pro versus other football jerseys is similar enough, doesn't make it right. I'm just saying that's the market price for Premier League jerseys and other international jerseys. However, even looking at some League of Ireland jerseys, you can pick up for 75, 80 quid with the replica sort of jerseys. But yeah, it's still obviously ridiculous for any sort of jerseys. It wasn't that long ago that these sort of jerseys were 60, €70. Replica jersey, 105. I mentioned that you can get a little bit cheaper with other jerseys, but also even comparing it to other sports, which I will in just a minute. The big one is the €85 with kids. Now, I will analyze this in depth, but it looks like we've gone to the very highest possible pricing for the kids jersey, which to be honest is a disgrace really. Secondly is the sponsor, right? So just to explain this, Ireland, for some reason, since the 3 days, Ireland's replica jerseys aren't the actual jerseys Ireland wear. For example, Ireland don't wear the sponsor on their jerseys when they play international matches, both in qualifying and also World Cups. That's the same for every international team, and the vast majority of those teams, if you want to pick up a replica jersey, even if when they have a sponsor in place, the sponsor isn't on the jersey. For Ireland, it's different. I don't know what way we do these deals. The FAI does these deals with 3 and then Sky as well, where you have to wear the jersey with Sky. So despite these price points of €85, 105 and €145, you're not actually getting the jersey Ireland are going to wear. You're getting the jersey with Sky on the front. Now, that's the same with club jerseys, for example, but just comparing it with international jerseys, I can't re-emphasize this enough. If you want to get a replica England jersey, you can pick one up without the sponsor. If you want a replica Ireland jersey, you can pick one up with the sponsor. It's different to the jerseys Ireland are going to be wearing potentially during the World Cup, but the World Cup playoffs themselves. So that's just been a frustration. I don't know what way the FAI are doing deals, but that needs to be sorted, like, let's be honest. Now, the third reason is the quality of jerseys. So there are Adidas and Nike that have, honestly, nearly every single country under their books that are going to be playing at the World Cup. And if you look online, the prices, I'll touch on them in a second, but the quality is never an issue with Adidas and Nike. Castore, on the other hand, have had multiple quality issues. I mean, Newcastle and Aston Villa, both of them have had issues with Castore. Both of them are now with Adidas. And unfortunately for the FAI, we're actually tied into a deal with Castore until 2028. Whether that was cash up front thing or the FAI needed money straight away, but you're not even getting the best in class. I mean, nothing against Castore, but these are quality issues that have been raised by 2 Premier League clubs already, and they're known issues. So for Ireland, or for the FAI to still be in a deal with them to 2028, and of course, they're going to be our potential World Cup, or at least 2026 jerseys, I should stop saying World Cup, 2026 jerseys is a frustration. So they're the 3 reasons. The price is obviously clearly number 1, but if you delve into it, it even gets worse with the sponsor and then the quality. So let's look at the price ranges versus other prices. And I wanted to compare it with like for like. So the England jersey, for example, very similar for the match shirt. They call it a match shirt. Ireland call it a pro jersey. We're a few quid dearer for the replica jersey, 105 versus 98. And again, the kids is the big difference, 85 to 75. There, I looked at Adidas World Cup jerseys. It was pretty stock pricing in terms of the ones they have at the moment. You can get an authentic jersey, 150, jersey 100. But again, kids jersey, €65 if you want an Adidas World Cup replica jersey, and for Ireland you're paying €85. So that seems to be like, it all seems very expensive. But that €85 for kids, I just don't understand it. Now, compare it to a few others. I wanted to compare it to 2 other sports. So the Irish rugby jersey is 126 if you want the official jersey. Again, you're wearing the test jersey, which in fairness, they wear the sponsor during most games outside of World Cups. So you're getting the same jersey, 126. That's about €20 cheaper. The pro jersey, €10 cheaper for rugby than football. And then kids jersey, similar, €72 versus €85. But I thought the big difference, now I just compared the Dublin GA jersey, but I think it's the same pricing across all the O'Neill's jerseys. €83 player fit versus €145 for the Ireland kit. So there's definitely value there, even though I think that's ridiculously expensive, or at least is expensive for GA. Normal €78, and then kids it ranges from €55 to €68, but again cheaper than that €85. So all in all, I just think it's a huge frustration that the prices of these jerseys has just escalated to a point where people are going to be going on to DHgate or going on to other platforms to get secondhand jerseys. They don't cost this much to make. It's just been a rise in cost throughout. So let me know your thoughts on what frustrates you the most. Is it the price? Is it the fact you're walking around with a sponsor where other countries aren't? Or is it the quality, or a mix of the three? And yeah, we'll be back soon.